Yes, people, welcome back to another stream. It's a bit more of a late night stream. I'm joined by Martin, Mancunian Way, and Mulv from Noisy Pod. Also, Dax might join us later on. He's on another stream at the moment. Lads, fellas, how we doing? We are well?
Good. Can you see a new shirt?
Oh, go on, get
Show
your chest
the old year of the
out.
dragon off. Look
Go
at
on.
it.
Oh, wow. Can you give us a twirl?
No, you don't want to say that.
Why not?
Because if I twirled, you wouldn't see out.
Okay, now. Mulv, how you doing, man? You'd be better if you weren't muted, bro.
I say it's the best he's sounded.
He's
for ages,
experienced podcaster. This
Amateur
man,
hour.
as well. Yeah, what's going on, man?
Amateur hour. Podcast.
I was enjoying the music. You didn't hear me. You didn't have to hear me singing along. That's why I was on mute. So, thanks for having me. Good to see you both.
Yeah, you too, man. The
And
music, by the way,
chat.
Yeah, big up the chat. Music, by the way, by Mercy Kelly, band from Manchester area. So make sure you guys go check them out if you like the music on Spotify, all that kind of stuff. You can go check them out. I've seen a lot of people giving love today to them. Big up Aim on as well with the member chat. Says yes, nice song. Not gonna lie, it's Aim A1. Big up to you guys. Make sure you drop a like on the stream. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Loads of stuff to talk about, but there is only one place to start, and it's not with FFP for a change. It's with the news that Erling Haaland today has trained with the squad. Martin, this must get you excited, bro. This is good news, man.
Yeah. John Stones training. Haaland training. KDB nearly fully fit. It's a bit like what we do normally in around January, Feb, isn't it?
It is. It is.
It's like, yeah. I just can't wait. And you know what? You know, I think it's great. I think it's absolutely amazing. And to top it off, Calvin's on his way out. So, yeah, what a day. Great day.
Yeah, that was a bit harsh, bro.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
It's just joking, guys. It was a joke, man.
When anyone comes in, where's the hate on him?
Where's the hater, man? Yeah, so the news broke earlier on. Erling Haaland completed Manchester City's full training session alongside his teammates in Abu Dhabi on Monday without suffering any pain to his foot, which is good news.
Come on.
Man City are taking it steady with Erling Haaland's rehabilitation. He's unlikely to feature in the FA Cup game on Friday against Spurs. However, Haaland could come into Pep Guardiola's thinking for the Burnley game, which is on the 31st. So, another 9 days away. There was a little bit of not controversial, but like conflicting information this morning about whether or not he actually trained with the squad or whether it was just like light training on his own. But it appears that he actually did train with the first team. And of course, Manchester City, when they put the picture up of the lads training, he was included in them photos. So it would be a bit weird for them to put a photo of him on the training session if he wasn't in that training session. Does that make sense? So yeah. I think
he put an IG out as well saying I'm buzzing to be back or something. Didn't he put his own personal thing out?
I've not been on.
Sure, he put his own thing out saying buzzing to be back or something.
Let me see if I can.
Unless I've read that on the City website, I don't know, but he's put something anyway.
Yeah, I've just gone on his Instagram there, and I can't see it. He's on a beach. Maybe he's just buzzing to be back on it. Oh wait, he's done an actual post. Oh yeah, no, he's put. Oh, how I've missed this. Yeah, so yeah, he has been in. Look,
see, I'm not just a pretty face. You think I'd be my Billy BS you?
Oh, now you're a pretty face. You wouldn't give us a twirl a minute ago, though, bro. Come on, make your mind up, man.
What's going on? I take up the camera.
So yeah, anyway, he's back in training, which is great news. And yeah, I feel that like everything seems to be falling into place for us at the moment. You know, we got Kevin De Bruyne back. You know, he looks super fit. John Stones is obviously in first team training. He come back into training at the end of last week, which for me is huge. It's huge for our defense. I think we've really missed him defensively this season. Everyone talks about he's playing out from the back, stepping into midfield and that. But for me, I just think we've missed him massively in this, just a general defensive capacity. Grealish is available, Doku's available, and now Haaland obviously probably won't play against Spurs. But I don't know, Mulv. I just feel that like I feel good. I feel like the team is now ready. Fingers crossed and touch wood that like we don't get any injuries because obviously that can set us back again. But for the first time this season, I feel that like right, we're ready to go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you should feel good, man. I mean, you got clubs out there looking for a striker in this window. Chelsea looking for one, Arsenal looking for one, and we've already got the best one. So you just get him fit and link him up with Kevin De Bruyne. and we should be failing, to be honest.
Everyone's fantasy Premier League teams and all that. Everyone's like there now, put him back in. He's in.
I agree with you on Stones, by the way, just because there have been a couple of guys in the back are having I would say subpar seasons. I would say Ruben, and although he started really well, Kyle Walker's has sort of tailed off, and Stones can play both of those roles. I just, for the first time, would you believe, watched the Champions League final again since that day. I just watched it back, and Stones was doing the right back and moving into midfield role. So so he could spell Kyle Walker at times. You could spell Ruben Diaz at times, and
I've got a theory on that move, though.
Have you? Go on.
That's
what we're here for.
And this is not to have a go, by the way, at Pep. I don't want to be reading later on Martin's calling Pep out. But if you look at last season, we had a straight back four that had one job: defend. And right now, at the moment, we've got our two fullbacks who are no longer fullbacks, who are just straight wingers. Just go and play at the wing, lads. Off you go. Yeah. So, in a way, I agree with Diaz. He's not had the best season, well, up and down. But I think when you're left exposed, because your four at the back suddenly becomes a two at the back with Rodri, because your two other guys have gone bombing forward. And I think if Pep took it back to a straight four, I think that would suit Diaz more, because he's got less sort of emphasis on him. He's not having to have all that work done, if you know what I mean. And maybe it's an excuse, I don't know, but I just think Pep's changed it again this season, hasn't he? He's trying to, for me, I've called it a bit of a hybrid between pass to let's go all out. So I was trying to get a little bit of an in-between with the two at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm more going to say it sounds like excuses, that to me. Because whilst... no, I am. Because whilst I think you're right in what you're saying, he has changed it and we are playing with wingers, some of the errors and some of the way we've defended this season has got nothing to do with the fact that... Gvardiol's pushed up, so not all of it, of course, not all of them, but just general defending, I do think is not been anywhere near as strong as really we need it to be, because if we defend like we have done in some of these games later on in the Champions League against the better team,
we'll get killed.
We'll get absolutely cooked. So I'm hoping that John Stones coming back into the team will sort that out, because I do feel that whilst last year he was obviously phenomenal in that second half of the season when he stepped into midfield, I feel that we just focused on the fact he's stepping into midfield and his all-round ball playing ability is great. I feel like we kind of forgot that actually he's just a mint defender as well. And I don't know, I just feel that obviously Walker clearly likes playing with Stones. I think we know that already. He spoke about this in the past. And there's, I can't remember who was speaking about it. It might have been Nobbins this morning or something. Someone told me anyway, said there used to be a theory going around that Ruben Diaz makes John Stones better. Did we get that the wrong way round? Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe it was the other way around. Maybe John Stones makes Ruben Diaz better. No, I don't know. Maybe it's something. But Ruben Diaz has been under the level that we need him to be.
Maybe they just make each other better because they just suit each other a little bit.
Potentially.
Maybe. I think obviously I'm over the moon. John Stones is back as well, because obviously Calvin's now gone. We ain't going to get a replacement, whether we all want to beg, steal and borrow anyway.
No, we ain't signing no one.
You've got Rodri's picking up cards like Christmas. He's 2 yellows away from his next ban. So John Stone's coming back.
Is it 2 now? Yeah. For fuck's sake.
He's at a quite nice, steady situation where he can also come in and do that, possible CDM role inverted again. So
how many games would Rodri get if he gets
2? He's 3 yellows, not 2. He's 3 yellows away. And then you get a 2-match ban, yeah.
Wow.
So basically, if we're being real, if we're being super real,
and you don't want that for March, by the way. You want him to have that ban before March, before you roll into that March run.
Well, we spoke about this before about whether or not you kind of hack the system and just do a Sergio Ramos and tell him to get the 3 suspensions against in the next 4 games, 3 out of the next 4, so he doesn't miss. Because basically, he's on course here to miss United, Liverpool, Brighton, or Arsenal, or even Villa.
What is yours what was your favourite solution to not having Rodri in right now with the squad we've got?
Well, to say favourite solution is purely like theoretical because we've never actually seen him do anything like legit. For me, I don't know if I'd do it now because I feel like we're in the business end now, but like I'd honestly try. I would have tried Nunes there, man. I would have tried Nunes there because I think Nunes has got the ability to cover the ground. The number one reason Phillips failed for me is because he's too slow. That's it, too slow. Yeah, there's other reasons, of course, to go. That's not the sole reason, but like that's the main reason. He's too slow. Look at Fernandinho, rapid, can cover ground. Look at Rodri, rapid, can cover ground. Phillips is too slow, man. And Nunes is the only one in there because Kovacic ain't fast. Yeah, he might have like a good like sprint speed, but acceleration ain't there. And for me, Nunes can cover the ground. And this is where I've got to question Pep, to be fair, because when Rodri got suspended and we had Newcastle, right, in the cup, I thought that was a perfect, because we all knew he was losing that Newcastle game. Yeah, every single person knew he was losing that game. I just thought, send him in that CDM position, just see how he gets on. Wolves, he played Kovacic and Nunes and played them both, and I think he subbed Nunes off at half time. I just feel like I feel like we kind of missed a trick there. So to answer the question, Mulv, I have no idea. I don't know what to do.
The best thing we've seen is Kovacic in there. The problem is it was against who did we play in the
United and
yeah.
That's where you could get away with it. You play.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying if Rodri, because there's some weird rule on it. I know some have said it's 19 games, but it's 9, but it doesn't fully reset, and then it goes into the 32nd game if I read it properly. It's a real weird thing, this yellow card situation. But if we were playing Burnley or we were playing I hate doing this because I sound so disrespectful when I'm like calling these teams out, and I'm not meaning it in a way, but you get away with a Kovacic against Burnley than you would against a Kovacic against going to Anfield, if that makes sense.
Absolutely, yeah.
You don't want Kovacic at Anfield in that CDM role. No. That's where you want your
Jesus. Bloody hell. Yeah, no. Well, these are the games.
Like Kovacic against Everton at home, you get away with it. For me.
Do you get away with it? Half 12 kickoff as well. Kind of stinks that, mate, to be honest.
Do you not like half 12s? Are we the new Liverpool?
Nah, I just think that, like, I don't know, mate. To be honest with you, I'd be honestly, genuinely, I'd target these two here. These two home games. Or them two. Because, two home games.
For Chelsea more than I'd want.
Nah, I think Chelsea are crap, mate. Chelsea are crap. We can beat Chelsea, man, without Rodri.
That midfield ran through us at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, but Pep done a madness. I feel Pep just full sent it that day and was like, I don't respect Chelsea. Bro, the way he said, I remember before the game, the team lineup come out. All City fans on Twitter was like, oh my God, we're going for it. Great. That's why we don't go for it like that. We don't win.
There's only you left, Mulv. You have a go at Pep now. Why would he now?
What is this furniture slagging everyone off, man? What is this? But yeah, listen, it's interesting because obviously Rodri's so crucial and we don't really know what we're doing without him. Like I say, these are the games that we've got coming up. It's got Burnley, Brentford, Everton, Chelsea, Brentford again, right? So you only need 3 and then Bournemouth and then United. So you because unfortunately he's going to get them. You know what I mean? He's going to get it. He's going to get it.
Because the FA Cup don't count, does it? It's only the League Cup there.
League only, yeah.
So you're looking at Burnley and probably Burnley or Brentford. And then he misses the Everton and, well, no, Everton, I don't know.
You can't miss the Everton game, yeah.
This is where you're going to get tricky.
Yeah.
Because I say Bournemouth was tricky, but then Liverpool went and slapped them up, so...
I think maybe you just assess the situation as you go on, like Beyond Belief says there. Maybe if Rodri's a card away from suspension by the time we play Chelsea, take the card then. I don't think the club are going to, Pep Guardiola and the Rodri's going to like plan it, but it's looking like he's going to miss 2 big games, which is going to be crucial for us.
He's just going to have to play his game and see what happens. I mean, we're just going to have to win the games he's not there. And it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
He's very angry this year. Very angry. He's more angry than normal, isn't
he? Yeah, I think part of it is he's upset with himself for what he did against Forest. And he feels like he needs to win those points back. I think he went into that game a little bit full of himself. And who wouldn't be after what he did? But But I think if we had one moment to do over in this season, that would be it, right? That very moment where he went for that bloke's neck. I mean, that's potentially if we go on to not win the league, that's the catastrophic moment.
Well, you never know. We might have a madness in the last week of the window and just bring someone in.
Yeah, I don't see us.
I mean, we're not gonna do, but
yeah, I don't see that happening. Big up to LB1998, my brother. Says Brentford did the double on us last season. We still have them twice. That stinks. Yeah, and Tony's back. Great news. He scored again, didn't he? He scored the free kick. Yeah, we've got them twice, man. But listen, they've not been in the best of form. Obviously, they are a completely different outfit now. They've got Ivan Toney, but we just have to, you got to back ourselves, man. We got to back ourselves. And I do. Listen, I think beating Newcastle, right, as bad as form as they've been in, I think is a massive result for us, right? I expect us now, realistically, I think we should be winning all our games now up until the Liverpool game. Because I think we can win all these games. Burnley at home should be winning. Brentford away. Listen, tough game, tough place to go. Should be winning the match. Everton home should win. All the home games we should win. Bournemouth away. They lost again, I think, didn't they?
Liverpool beat them.
Yeah, Liverpool beat them. Should be beating them. Should be beating United with all due respect. And then you get into some tricky
all due
games.
Respect.
Yeah, okay. Maybe no respect. No respect. I don't know. Maybe it's disrespectful me saying all due respect.
It is.
I think we'll win every game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying we should do. I think it'd be disappointing if we don't win all them games. I think we'll be disappointed because they're all winnable games.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Toughest one there is probably Tottenham away in the cup. That's the toughest one.
Yeah, this Friday night.
How are we feeling about that? Are you guys asked about winning that or not?
Yeah, I'm asked, bro.
Yeah?
If any City fan says they're not asked, then I got to say, what are you talking about? Why are you not asked? Surely you asked. Why? Well, come on.
I'm so focused on 4 in a row, man. I'm so focused on it.
Unique achievements.
What's that?
The double.
Yeah.
Or the treble. I've already won 3 trophies.
Can't do the quad now.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we can beat them. But you know what's funny, actually, Mulv, is all season I've said I don't think we'll win the FA Cup. I feel that Pep Guardiola might sack it off. I just don't think he'll get away with playing a massively weakened team when 9,000 City fans are going down on a Friday night.
Yeah, I'm driving there, driving back in the same night. I'm the idiot who isn't doing the hotel.
Oh, really? Yeah. So I don't know. I think we'll win the game, though. I'm confident, man. I'm suspiciously confident.
I just want a goal.
Yeah.
A shot will do, man. In the crossbar or something just to cheer down there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think, listen, they've got players out. Sar's out, Son's out. Maddison is... We don't know if he's going to play or not. Maybe on the bench. But listen, they need to go for it as well because if they don't beat us, their season's over in terms of silverware. So they need to go for it as well, man. But I don't know, Mulv. What do you mean? So you say you kind of like not that fussed about it. You want to go for the league. You still play a strong team though.
No, we don't have any choice but to play a strong team. Who we don't really have fringe players anymore, do we? I mean, our least experienced player just nabbed a Messi-esque winner away to Newcastle. You know what I mean? Like, there's really not a team he can put out where I'm going, that's a weakened team. That being said, if we were to lose, I don't think we will. I'm with you. I think we'll win. But if we were, I don't know that I'd be that gutted about it.
I'd still be gutted.
Yeah. I love it. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's my age. I love the FA Cup. I don't love the thing. I
don't know. Maybe it's chat. Let us know. What are you saying? Are you with Mulv? Are you going to be not that bothered about it if we lose, or are you going to be gutted? I'll be gutted, man, because I think the treble's on again. I think it's on, man. Listen, I look at that Premier League. Yeah, I think we can win that Premier League if we can keep our players fit. I think we're genuinely like. I think we can win it by 5 to 9 points. Yeah, I'm super confident we can win that league if we keep our playing fit. And the Champions League, man, I'm watching some of these teams. Bayern Munich, man, give over. Yeah, Real Madrid, I think we can do them. PSG, we can do them. I think the treble's on, man. Again.
You got to remember, Mulv, 9,000 tickets we sold out in 24 hours. Pep better not stick out the reserves and we all sit there going, oh, isn't this great?
I won't do. He'll absolutely. I'm just talking about the result.
I don't want to see Hamilton and Sissoko and all them roll out.
Don't get me twisted. Like, I want to win it. He'll play a strong team. If it's on the other side, if we were to lose, I don't think I'd be too gutted about it.
No, I've noted it down. Bull said bigger fish to fry.
Oh no!
Oh no, you said that.
That's
actually
a
what he
meme.
said.
You're a meme now.
Days. That's some madness. Lads, we're about to see Erling Haaland and KDB link up again. Something that we've not seen all season, which is a bit of a madness. I still can't really believe that we've not properly seen KDB since like May. Obviously, come on against Newcastle and done a madness, but like, I don't know. Like Haaland in the first half of the season, I think that's a strange first half of the season because if you just look at his numbers, right, G&A, stats, output, he's done fine, but there has been a bit of a question mark about could he have done better and has he missed Kevin De Bruyne? And surely the answer to that question is yes, he has, because who wouldn't have missed Kevin De Bruyne? But I mean, his numbers already this year are fantastic. If I pull them up, here we go, right? Numbers this year, yeah. He's got 19 goals, 5 assists, so 24 G&A in 22 games. I mean,
isn't he still the joint top goal scorer with Salah?
PL?
Yeah, and he's been out for about what?
Yeah, he's joint with Salah on 14. And he's not kicked a ball since the 6th of December against Aston Villa, which we lost.
Just imagine if all them shots when he hit the post and the bar and everything he missed, they got in as well. Jesus.
Yeah. No, I genuinely, I'm looking at it thinking, right, he's on, how many goals is he on now? He's on 14 Premier League goals. You know, we're just over halfway through the season. I think he could hit. Would 30 be good? What did he get last year in the Premier League?
30, is it 38, 39? Broke the record, didn't he?
Yeah.
He broke the record last year. I mean, I think if he gets to 30, which is doable with Kevin De Bruyne, one, that'd be good, given he's been injured for a bit. And two, surely we win the league if he scores 30 Premier League goals with Kevin De Bruyne staying fit more.
I'm saying it now. I wouldn't be surprised if De Bruyne tops the assist chart and Haaland tops the goal scoring chart.
Well, did you see that? I keep mentioning this, but did you see that bet I put on?
No.
Go on.
Betway, yeah. Fucking idiots. When KDB was injured, yeah, they forgot to update it when he was coming back from injury. 125-1 top Premier League assister.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got 20 quid on it, man. 2.5k. My mate put 40 quid on. He's going to win $5,000 if he comes in.
What is it now? About 2-1 on.
Now it's 16.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, follow me for your betting tips. But yeah, Mulv. I mean,
don't follow Paqueta.
Yeah. Don't follow him. But yeah, Mulv. What are you saying? Them two can fire us to glory, surely.
Yeah, 100%. The game that I think we really missed the pair of them in was the Spurs game, because they had almost a second 11 when we played them, if you remember. They play that ridiculously suicidal high line, the one that got all the memes done about it against Chelsea. Remember when they were down to 9 men and they were all on the halfway line?
Yeah.
Looked like an NFL game.
Yeah, it was wild.
No, but like those games like that. Erling's our best threat in behind. Kevin's the best player. We've got to find him. So yeah, link them two up. Unfortunately, I don't think either of them will. Well, I don't think they'll get to link up on Friday. But more games like that. Yeah, I think your bet might be on. To be fair.
Well, wasn't even that...
casual. Sorry, did you see how casually he just dinked that one into Oscar Bob? I mean, he wasn't even trying. It was like Neo in the Matrix. Just
it was a joke. I'm pretty sure as well. Oscar Bob said after the game that like he wouldn't have made the run if it wasn't Kevin De Bruyne. He only made the run because it was Kevin De Bruyne. And obviously it was such a fantastic ball. And listen,
do you know what, Kevin? Did you hear what De Bruyne said about it though? That's what I loved. How De Bruyne in the interview afterwards said they asked him about the past, and he said, "I've got to give credit to Bob because my job, and it was a bit of a view at how De Bruyne works. He said, "It's the runs. I look for the runs, And this is where I always think the De Bruyne Haaland thing, when people say, oh, you know what, they're just telepathic. It's not that, right? It is that a midfielder, creative midfielder or a winger, knows the perfect runs a forward should make, right? And a forward knows the perfect type of balls a midfielder or a winger should make. So it's not a case of telepathy. It's a case of both of them being the best at what they do and knowing this is the run I would make and this is the pass he will make. And if I make that run, he will find me. And it was the same with Bob. Like that run was just, like De Bruyne said, the run from Bob was just spot on. He knew the space and he knew I could find him. But the touches as well from Bob, by the way, were just different.
Can't beat that. You can't beat a player who knows where that ball's going to be.
Yeah.
And then not only that, they'll gamble more. So your front line is going to gamble that extra 5-10%. And it also then it makes defenders worry, goalies worry. Because you look, as soon as KDB puts that ball in, the goalie didn't know what to do. Defenders, Trippier's like, do a go, do a not go?
Yeah.
And it's a striker's dream. Yeah. And you've got that coming at you. And the top assist is only on 8.
Yeah. But I will catch up with that.
Smashed that in 2 games.
Even the other thing is there's always this thing, right, where this is where I think De Bruyne and Foden, and I really like when De Bruyne came on, because remember they were thinking about taking who was it? They were going to take one player off, and then they changed it, didn't they? Was it Doku?
It was Doku.
Was it Doku they were going to take off?
Yeah.
And then they said, nah, you know what?
Bernardo.
And I like the way they had. It seemed like almost De Bruyne was given a free role to just almost roam. He was just roaming around midfield. And Foden was still doing, although it was late in the game, Foden was still doing a lot of the legwork. Now, this is where I think it's really interesting and will be even more interesting when Haaland is back, right? Is that when De Bruyne picked up that ball and turned, and actually his turn was very underrated. He turned a bit like Foden when he picked up the ball, and then he started driving at them. At the minute he started driving, this is where teams are really going to come unstuck soon, because when you've got a player like De Bruyne driving at you through the middle of the park, straight away, right, do I go to him or do I stand back? Now, they stood back, which for me, never stand back from De Bruyne. Do not give De Bruyne time. It's a bit like Yaya. Don't allow them man to drive at you and have a shot. But if you go and close them down, you've then got Foden working in the pockets behind you, right? And you've got Haaland, which then defenders will then be like, right, well, I'd better go with Foden there into that pocket, right? Because your DM's gone to close down De Bruyne. So then the defender's like, right, well, I'm going to have to step up now. Or do I? Because I've got Haaland running in behind me. If I go with Foden in the pockets, I've got Haaland running. And this is exactly what you said, Martin. All of a sudden, everyone's second guessing themselves, thinking,
because you've got
what do I do? Who do I go with?
Defenders, do I put 2 on Haaland and man mark Haaland up? But then I'm leaving De Bruyne. So they're going to put me 2 in De Bruyne, and then I put, and then as soon as you start doing that, space opens up.
And that's where in our prime, you know, before when it was maybe Aguero, Sane, that's where Sterling thrived, because other teams were busy trying to mark out Aguero, go with whether it be Walker or Cancelo overlapping, and all these players making runs into the box, David Silva, all these different players. And Sterling was just picking out the little pockets of space in the box. When everyone's moving forward, he'd take 1 step backwards and be like, I've got yards of space. And Sterling, I know he scored a couple of nice goals for us. Most of Sterling's goals were tap-ins, just because
but by the way, you got Doku now. So you could have Doku, then he was going down the other side.
You've got the other one. The other one you've got as well is the one that, for me, is a real menace with finding space in that box is going to be Alvarez. Because if people go with Haaland closing down De Bruyne, watching Foden in the pockets, watching Doku down the wing, and then you've got Alvarez just being a fox in the box for, all right, well, if you lot are going to go with Haaland, give me this space. Well, I'm clinical as hell, so I'm far more clinical than Sterling. So I think it is mad to think we haven't even got Haaland back yet. And to hear Haaland say the other day that he's missing football and he wants to get back, I'm just, it won't be Tottenham, I doubt, but...
No, I don't think it'll be Tottenham. But no, listen, you know what? You can actually tell in the way you're speaking, Daps, like and you're not the only person. It's like how buzzing City fans are to have these players back, because it's not just that we've got Haaland back; we're getting them all back at once. Like we were speaking about John Stones,
by the way. Yeah.
We spoke about that before you joined. Like all these players coming back at once. It's kind of like, whoa.
You hear Rodri? Even watching Rodri in that game, when De Bruyne came in, it's like Rodri's like, This is what I'm used to. And this is what I've been saying to everybody, right? You know, I've got a real bee in my bonnet about Liverpool at the moment, because recently they're really stepping up this bro, Liverpool fans are currently trying to make out their Claudio Ranieri's Leicester. Look, literally, it's against all odds. No one expected them to be here. Yeah, literally, like, come on, man. Like, we're a team. We should not win it this season because what is it they're saying? Because it's a rebuild. You had 4 players leave, right? You had 4 players. No, it's more than that. Well, Ox hasn't played for you for however long. So if you're trying to say he's your 5th, they had 4 players leave in the summer. It's a transfer window, bro. It's not and if you look at City, most of our season we have been without Gundogan, De Bruyne, Bernardo at times, Rodri at times. So what are we saying now that at times it's been like a rebuild for us? No, it's just a transfer window. And when you watch Rodri come back, he just looked like, and he said afterwards about De Bruyne, he just makes playing football easier because they're 2 world-class players that just can rely on one another. And I really, really liked in that game how De Bruyne was just it's like he seemed like a different person. He just seemed like he seemed more of a leader. He seemed more arrogant in a certain way. Even afterwards, when
younger.
Yeah, definitely.
He looks
young,
fresh, man. I can't lie. He looks well fresh.
When Pep went up to him and that little thing, where he's kind of like going like that, as in, well, what do you expect? It's like De Bruyne's never been an arrogant guy, but there was almost this level of, I know I'm the shit. Like, I back myself, and just even the goal he scored, the way he just rolled that into the corner with the side of his foot was just unreal,
it was close. I want to speak on De Bruyne a little bit more, especially about Friday. But big up to 55 with the super chat. Says we should be focused on everything. Are we Arsenal throwing cups in the bin? Spanked by Spurs like we always will, and one reason to why not? Says 55. I agree. I go for it, bro.
Nobody's talking about not going for it, LB. Nobody said that.
No, he didn't say that.
All I said was, if on the other side we lose, I'm not that bothered about it. That's all.
Backtracking here. Look at the backtracking here.
I feel the Spurs one is we've been given a real opportunity here, right? Last season we had the opportunity to play Arsenal in the FA Cup before we played them in the league. Yeah, we have to remember we've got to play Tottenham. I think it's the 5th from last game of the season at their ground, right? I don't want to go there in the league. Knowing we still haven't even scored at their ground and knowing we must win. Yeah, this is an opportunity for us to go there and get rid of this curse. Like, let's get rid of the curse in the FA Cup, score a couple of goals. So when we go there 5 games before the end of the season, we're in a title race with Liverpool, not Arsenal, that it is a case of, we know we can beat these lot now. We've done it earlier in the season. So I think we really need to, and it's a bonus that we're going there with nearly 10,000 fans to help kind of get us over there. So
yeah, no, I agree.
Still need to get a ticket. I've lost my ticket.
Oh dear.
Supporters club. Wankers.
Big up to Pip as well with a 2. Says Kevin Orlock as a Rodri backup. He's only 51. Sports science, man. Sports science is a madness nowadays.
Do you want a quick story about Kevin Orlock? Yeah. So last game of the season last home game of the season, which LB, I saw you in the square, didn't I?
Yes.
And I was wasted at that point. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you were.
I got kicked out of the ground that day, and that's how bad I was. Right?
Or is this your top to bottom? Is this how you got from the top tier?
Yeah. Well, I didn't get from the top to bottom. I got to the middle tier, then got kicked out. But before the game, I saw one of my mates who hangs around with Kevin Horlock, and I hadn't seen him since Madrid away. And I go, oh, have you spoke to Kev recently? And there's a guy next to him in a bucket hat, and he flicks the top up, and my mate goes, he stood next to me. I was like, awkward. Can I have a picture, please?
Can you explain to me why you aggressively walked to that referee at Bournemouth? That's what you should have said. How did you get sent off?
Do you know there was a clip last season when when Arsenal played Newcastle at St James's Park, and Robbie from AFTV was doing an interview in some sort of car park. I think it's like underneath the ground or something, and a car drives past and shouts something like "you wankers" or something like that. It was Kevin Horlock in the back of the car. He'd been kicked out of St James's Park that day.
No way. You're just leaking all the Harlock stories.
Oh,
Please
there's
continue.
a lot. I definitely won't. There's
Kevin
more, though.
Orlock's coming after you now.
There's a lot more. There's a lot more.
You know.
Right, I've got a question. In fact, another super chat here from Alan. Big up to Alan. Says, nice glasses, Martin. This is his colleague, by the way, chat. So he's I guess he's allowed to say this.
Yeah, I'm ignoring him.
Oh, he's ignoring
I'll speak to him later.
He just supported me with a £5 donation. And you say that?
He support you by all means.
Right,
Yeah,
let me ask you.
Alan is a colleague before anyone thinks who the hell's Alan.
Yeah, just cooking him. Right. Let me ask you a question, boys. It's Friday, yeah? It's an hour before the game. Do you start Kevin De Bruyne?
Sunday. It's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You started mine.
Yeah.
I don't know, me. I can't make my mind up. Mulv?
No.
No, you don't risk it. Daps? You don't risk him either. Oh, man. What do I do? Do I even up the scores? Yeah, I started me. Okay.
Did he look injured against Newcastle?
Nah.
No, but he did say.
I give him 60 minutes. I give him 60 minutes.
Yeah. I wouldn't give him the full game. 60 minutes.
60 minutes.
2 or
We
3.
can't bring him on in the 40th minute. That's weird. 40th minute sub. Who does that?
Yeah. I
Just
give him
let him
60
know.
minutes.
Get 2 or 3 and then off we come.
2 or 3.
Play him against tired legs for me.
Yeah, agreed.
Even up the legs.
Agreed. I think I still go with look. It's hard after the Newcastle game because he was the difference. But we need to continue to have faith in this squad and show everyone, look, we're not a one-man team. Even if after the Newcastle game we do look like a one-man team, let's try and not let's warm him in slowly, man. But
has he not already been warmed in slowly, though, Daps?
But he said he can only play 25 to 30 minutes.
Right,
he
when was
played
that?
40 minutes against Huddersfield, so I don't know where that came from.
But it's from his mouth, not mine.
No, I agree with that. But he played 40 minutes against Huddersfield and then all of a sudden he can only do 20.
Listen, we got a lot of games coming up, man. A lot of games coming up.
Yeah, but this is
He's been
important
sunning
game, bro.
himself for 10 days.
Every game's important now. It's the back end of the season. This is. Let's be real. Listen, I know Martin loves the FA Cup. We all love the FA Cup, but this is the least important game at the moment.
I knew that was going to come out of his mouth.
Yeah.
I knew it was.
Yes.
Bro, it is. Listen, I will be honest with you. I want to win it all, but I'd rather win the Premier League than the FA Cup. And we're in a, if anyone disagrees with that, then they're a knobhead.
All right, LB, me and you and Ahmed.
What,
Sorry,
you'd rather
mate,
win the
no,
FA
man.
Cup than the
The
Premier
top
League?
two-
Come off it.
Top
What,
two
you'd
in
rather
the
win
chat.
No, I want to win them both, man.
Do both.
No, I want to win both, but if I have to pick one, I'm picking the Premier League all day long. And to me, I'm still looking at Liverpool and I'm thinking we've got to go Anfield. And they've got a 2 point. If we win our game in hand, they've got a 2-point advantage. We can't be dropping points anywhere. So therefore, every Premier League game is more important than Tottenham in the FA Cup, to me.
The FA Cup's a funny one because it's when we hit that semi-final. If say we got to the semi-final of the FA Cup,
Now you sound like a Liverpool fan
No,
in the Europa
it does.
League.
It coincides with the quarterfinals of the Champions League, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Remember that the Liverpool game?
Oh,
a couple of years back when we-
yeah. Well, at least we got Ortega now
away.
and not Zach Stefan. So
Yeah,
better,
that's
isn't
true.
it?
I suppose it's the trouble is, I just love the FA Cup, which you know.
What, more than the
the
Premier
league
League?
is number one. No, the league is number one. I want that 4p.
4p's everything, bro. For me, the 4p's more important. Yeah, it's more important. Do you know? It's more important than the Champions League. But no English club's ever done back-to-back Champions Leagues, have they?
Not
No
under the
English
current
club has done
competition.
4p. Premier League.
But still, I still want the 4p because that gets us away from them.
What's
knobheads,
up in the dressing room? That's what we go. Like, what's up in that dressing room?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what they want. They want
Yeah,
that 4p, don't they?
They want. I think they want it all. Foden was
they
speaking
do.
today about the
Rico's
treble.
just said it as well. Rico
They want
said
the
he wants
treble
it
again,
all.
bro.
Yeah.
They want the treble,
Yeah.
man. And if you
Rico
get through
wants the game.
Spurs, you've got a great chance of winning that FA Cup again because I think Chelsea play Villa, so that's a decent side going out. You know, United. We should beat United anyway, so that's not really like any sort of issue.
Oh
for
no,
me
they've got
actually.
Omar now. They're going to win everything, bro.
Well, yeah, apparently so.
To Castillo.
Yeah, nah, but listen, I'd start him, man. I'd start him, give him an hour, and then give him another hour against Burnley. I'm chill with that. You know, if we play on Friday, yeah, he's got Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday to recover, then give him another hour against Burnley at home.
So when does he get 90?
I don't think like that. I'm just like, I get him in, get the game won, get him out.
He doesn't need 90. He doesn't need 90 because we're going to win every game 4-0 and he's going to come off after we score 3.
No, I agree.
Trying to get the chat back on side.
Wait, but listen, if the chat don't like me, if the chat are against me, I want it all. Trust me, I want it all. But you do have to rotate things. Like the FA Cup. If anyone thinks the Premier League or the Champions League is less important than the FA Cup, no problem. But we are going to rotate. And Kevin De Bruyne has said it. Pep have said it. His game time is going to be managed. So we're going to rotate him. I'd rather we rotate him in the FA Cup than... Look, we lose in the FA Cup. No one's going to say City are out of the title race, right? If we lose, if we drop points in the Premier League, it's a big deal because there's more people in and around it at the moment.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let me flip that then. Okay, so I get what you said about you think the Premier League is better than the FA Cup, which I agree with.
Better, I never said the word better.
Yeah, but the next game, yeah, is Burnley at home. So could you not play him 60 minutes against Tottenham and then rest him against Burnley? Do we really need him to start?
No, I'd definitely rest him against Burnley.
So hang on a minute, you don't start him against Spurs, you don't start him against Burnley. What are you talking about?
Pep Guardiola is not going to do any of this.
This guy won't play.
Pep Guardiola is not resting KDB out for Burnley.
Might as well retire.
Well, he's cooking again. Well, that's where he's going to get 4 assists and literally catch up with half the Premier League.
Yeah, this is what I mean. You look at what Pep does with KDB. Where every time he's injured or he's been out for a decent period, he plays 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and then 90 minutes every single game here and in.
Do you know what, LB?
Brentford away. Do you start him there?
Yeah. Brentford away is a hard game.
Hang on a minute. He was our saviour last week, and now we're using him like...
No. Listen. Right. My whole thinking is not only about De Bruyne's fitness, but it's the same as what I said before the Newcastle game. It is also about keeping faith in this squad and letting everyone know we are not a one-man team. So I'd rather be, do you know what? If we need him, bring him on in the 50th, 55th minute, 60th minute, right? Because we know he can change a game. And I do also think he definitely suits at the moment a game that's stretched because we've seen it gives him more space to operate in. The Tottenham game could be, the first 45 minutes could be very fiery. I don't want to risk De Bruyne having, them heavy challenges coming in. And
I think you're wrong, bro. And the reason I think you're wrong is I kind of agree
with your opinion, but you're wrong.
I think you're right, Gaps.
No. I just feel that like if you've got to trust you've got to be able to trust his body, and you've got to be able to
not the rest of the squad.
Well, yes, you've got to be able to trust the rest of the squad.
When it comes to March, we won't be using the squad. They'll be straight 11 again.
Exactly, but you've also got to trust that if he does get injured, you've got the squad to win the league, which we have proved before in 2019 when he was injured. So I just personally, I'm just like que sera, yeah, is what it is. I remember Ake last season. Guy played game. Everyone was like, we need to rest him. Next game, he got injured. I just feel that like.
But we hold on. We can't compare Ake and De Bruyne coming back from the injury.
No, I'm saying is, I'm just saying that like what will be, bro. Like, if he gets injured, man.
He's not just appeared at Huddersfield. He'd been running for a few weeks before, hasn't he?
Look, you two love the FA Cup, and you want to win that over everything. Then I get it. If you want to risk Kevin De Bruyne for an FA Cup, then I hear you.
Wow! All right, bigger fish, you two down there.
I know, man.
Look at you move. It's only the FA. Screw it.
Listen. Go and look at the picture of all of the 5 players holding. Over in Abu Dhabi. Go and look at the picture of the 5 players holding the trophies. Right. If you can find it, bring it up on screen now. Look how unhappy Bernardo Silva looks holding the FA Cup.
What are you shouting, man?
Bernardo Silva looks like, why am I holding this thing? I'm doing it with one hand. The rest of them are caressing the trophies. Bernardo's like, fuck's sake, why have I been given this one?
Yeah, what's this Tim Pot here doing here? What's this crap?
You don't hear these lyrics, bro, at Wembley?
What the hell is going on here?
Bye me, innit? You always play that tune. Anyway, Martin, we'll
Way
rep
too
the FA
cultured for
Cup,
me.
though. Yeah, me and Martin will rep the FA Cup, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But listen, it'll be interesting to see what team he puts out on Friday. As Mulv said before, which he is kind of right on, we don't really have like a second team. Like,
No,
again, it just kind of like dispels the myth that City have this mad squad. We don't.
Yeah.
Like, we have, 6 defenders at our football club? 6?
So here, I've really got to be in my bonnet about Liverpool. Do you know, I had a Liverpool fan tell me the other day on Sunday that Liverpool played their C team. Their C team, yeah? Their C team, because they had a couple of... Because, bro, they had Van Dijk, Matip, Alisson. They had players, most of their players, apart from 3 players, there were players that have been playing all season. So this whole narrative, Liverpool, City squad's bigger, but apparently Liverpool have a B and C team. Knobheads.
They've rattled you, man. What's the way you did bottom panel,
just-
bro? These
What
2 guys
screen
down
have you
here, man.
been on?
Proper rattled it
Is it one
tonight,
of your
innit?
own?
I've
Have
been
you got
misrepresented. That's why I'm angry.
Oh, I haven't.
No, Daps hasn't.
I
Pat,
think the stream he's been on was a feisty one.
No, I was on with Rants just talking about United the whole
Leftover
time.
beef. Leftover beef.
what's going on with this?
It's
Martin,
Liverpool fans, isn't it?
why are your colleagues cooking like this, man?
Well, hang on a minute. I wonder why they're all sending money. Where's the money? Hang on a minute.
Your
Am I
channel must be
paying for it?
thriving.
I want to know if I'm paying for this or they are.
I don't know. You
Man,
got to
giving
take
you
over your
money back
employees.
under
Have they got the
Linked,
company credit
linked
card?
to your iCloud, linked to your iCloud account.
Big up Patrick. But yeah, listen, I'm buzzing. I'm actually really excited for the game on Friday. I know a lot of City fans are like, bloody hell, we're going to lose again, and like Spurs.
I think there's
but-
more excitement because it's the first game back and there's nearly
Yeah.
9,000 going down. I think there's a lot
Yeah.
more.
It's a big occasion. Friday
Yeah.
night. Yeah.
I think we owe them one, man, big time, because like
bro, we are about 15.
yeah, I know. Like even the game we played at the Etihad, man, we were unlucky in that game. Man.
Yeah.
Like we should have well won that game. Like if you look at their goals, you had the counter attack. Edison probably should have saved it. Lo Celso, every Spurs fan I spoke to that week was like, "Don't worry, LB. Lo Celso's crap. He won't do nothing." Boom, bang, one into the bottom corner. I'm just like, for fuck's sake, you know what I mean? So, but we got to turn up, man. We got to turn up and perform. And I'm genuinely looking forward to the game. I think Pep's going to put out a strong team. Like I said, I don't think he's going to put out some mad team. Maybe
No, I don't
Oscar
think
Bob. Oscar Bob will start. You reckon? I mean, I think he trusts Oscar Bob as part of like a starting 11.
I don't think he'll start.
I'm
It's been a-
expecting like, Grealish. Bernard. I'm expecting probably first 11, bar 1 or 2 maybe. Oh,
De Bruyne.
I know, but when do you start playing De Bruyne for 90? This is what I've always said. Can't wrap him up for the next 3 months.
I agree, bro.
Then he's never match fit.
Copenhagen at home.
But say he signs a new 3-year deal, which the likelihood he will, what are you going to do? Wrap him up for the next 4 years? Because
Hold on. That's the next 4 years. He's just come back from the injury. We're acting like this injury was months ago. He's played a total of 60 minutes since he's come back.
You don't see that challenge in the corner at St James's Park. He got clattered, got right back up, smiled, and stuck the assist in for the winner.
Oh, all right then. You're right. He's come back as fucking Superman. He's now Jack Reacher. Okay, he can be clattered.
That City-itis is never leaving you, is it? That it's never going away. City-itis.
No, it will. Oh, I can confirm it. Well, look, as long as that is behind me, well, I have to explain to everyone what the players on there. Like, who's that? Who's that?
Oh, you got Rocky on as well. And
Hold on. Let me.
Gary Flitcroft, Q Curl, and Rocker.
And then hold on. You can't see it well enough.
Is that Ube?
No.
Oh, he's got Tony Colton. He was my favourite goalie. Him. Oh, Steve McMahon.
Come on.
Steve McMahon, Tony Colton, and the big man Franny Lee himself.
Don't show Liverpool fans that one.
And Gary Flitcroft. When I was young, yeah, I had hair like Gary Flitcroft. Flitcroft. I had 10 Flitcroft on the back of my shirt.
I cried when he went to Blackburn. I was gutted when he went.
Gary Flitcroft, what a player, man.
Hey, it's been
Really wasn't that good.
interesting turn.
Have you seen the
Spurs.
fake fan in the chat here? Look at the fake fan in the chat who's only been here since 2010.
Why? What's he said?
What fake?
Patrick Holler, welcome to the Antiques Roadshow.
No, the turnaround with Spurs has been interesting, right? Do you remember the Mancini and Pellegrini years? We used to put 5 and 6 past Spurs pretty regularly.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I was at the old White Hart Lane when Macken did that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
The FA Cup game.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
When we were,
brilliant.
what was that? The one where we were 2-0 down.
Yeah, and Joey Barton got sent off.
Can you remember? I remember another one, right, against Tottenham. Martin, this was a long time ago. Like early.
Oh, so you're coming to me.
Yeah. Come to the man or no.
But it was against Tottenham. I swear it's 5-2. Was it 5-2 City?
The one with the kit packs being built.
Yeah.
When Flitcroft put that one in, then Lomas scored.
Yeah. It was 5-2, wasn't it?
Yeah,
and that was when Tottenham had Klinsmann and all them lot, wasn't it? It was when Tottenham had just got their proper. Remember, Tottenham were one of the first teams to really go and and we went and put 5 past them. But there might have even been a pitch invasion that day, I think.
That was when they had them all. The a lot. Sol Campbell.
Oh yeah, geez, that's a decent team, isn't it? To be fair.
Yeah, that was it. 5-2. Yeah.
That was my favourite winger, Peter Beagre.
Beagre, unreal man. Peter Beagre, and Nicky Summerby. Do you know what always makes me laugh? We used to play in some games Quinn, Rossler, and Walsh all in the same team. So 3 forwards basically.
Tell you what, Brian Orton played some football. He played attacking football.
It was
the same season we beat Everton 4-0 as well.
Yeah. Oh, those were the days.
Showing me age now. Sorry.
Big up to Darcy says KDB does look fitter now than he has in the past when returning from injury. Well, I mean it's early days, but I hesitantly agree with him. I hesitantly agree with Darcy. I don't want to jump the horse too quick, or whatever the fuck he's saying.
60 minutes,
but
you are jumping the horse too quick. It's 60 minutes. 60 minutes coming on as a sub in a stretched game. One of them. And listen, if Joe Linton was on that pitch, we all would have been shitting ourselves because he would have got clattered.
You know what you want to do? You want to give the guy an interim contract where he only plays between March
give him what we offered Aguero before he left us.
Yeah, that's all you want to do, bro.
Pay as you play. Give KDB a pay as you play. He'll end up at United with Omar.
Pay as you play, and then give him like mega bonuses if he comes on and gets assist goals.
No way, man. But no, I agree, Darcy. I think he does look fitter now. But I'm willing to send him in, man. Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, if the medical staff have passed him, you've got to have some faith that the guy's body's going to hold up. Otherwise, it's just like if you're this worried, then I don't think it's going to to work, man. You know what I mean?
It's fair. It's fair because you know how important KDB
is. Of course it is. Typical City.
Total fair. Yeah, I get it. Because Tony Wowley, in 3 months ago, he was like, "Yeah, take him out back. He's old yellow." I'm like, what? Like,
take him out back.
He was like, if we get 100 million off Saudi, sell him. Like,
what is he saying? Treat him like win the dog. The way Arsenal fans were saying the other week, like, win the dog needs to be put down because they've lost 2 games.
Yeah, but when the Saudi link was coming in, he was like, "I'd have a bit of that 100 million."
What?
I'm not. No, don't ever tell me with that brush.
I'm not telling you.
Get rid of De Bruyne is a mad one.
Yeah. But now there's rumours that we're going to give him a new deal, isn't it?
I see that. You see that till 2026, I think, as well, which is.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you saw Fabregas spoke on him the other day, and he said he honestly believes that, De Bruyne is one of these players that will be able to adapt with the game as he gets older and, less physical, drop deeper because he controls the game. And he said a pivot of Rodri and De Bruyne, I'm having that all day long.
Ginger Peele.
Yeah.
Bro, and then Foden, and I kind of did see that in that Newcastle game. Like I said, it seemed like Rodri and De Bruyne were there, and Foden was just doing all the legwork.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. You're right. Yeah, no, and because obviously the perfect example was that ball to Oscar Bob from deep. There's no doubt in my mind that if Kevin De Bruyne, for whatever reason, decides that playing a little bit deeper he can do that. And, as well, we're seeing Rodri go forward now, like your prime Yaya Toure, that, you could allow Rodri to have that little bit more freedom. Kevin just stays back a little bit more. You've got John Stones inverting, so you've got that protection still. So I think it's going to be super interesting because I've always maintained the stance that I don't think Kevin De Bruyne will stay at City until like he's 36, 37 or whatever. because I just don't think he's an athlete, and I don't think his body will allow him to do that. But maybe if he plays deeper, maybe he could.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see him playing in like an advanced attacking position at 37.
Nah, never again. No. It's not. It's not that. But it was good to see in the first game. He still can, when he overlapped and he can still sprint and whatever. But it's not what you look. The one thing I do hope is that when De Bruyne does retire eventually, that people do remember his early years at City and how. Because one thing, after the Newcastle game, it sparked all these debates of Gerrard, Lampard, De Bruyne and all of that. And I heard one or two people saying, yeah, but defensively, De Bruyne really isn't all that. And that's one thing that I totally disagree with. De Bruyne, when he was younger, I think his defensive work was so underrated. Like, so underrated. You got to remember when he was just unbelievable. He battles back all the time. He's someone that, he's never been a lazy player, never, ever been a lazy player. So,
also, what the hell are people speaking about defensive, like for an attacking player like that? That just
I do hear you, but with the reason why they were talking on it was they were saying, tell me something that Lampard can do that Gerrard can't.
Yeah,
and something like, well, defensively.
It's one of them arguments and debates where you try, when you try and find something to one up, when you just try to win the debate somehow, some way. Like they were saying KDB can't save like Edison. Well, no, he's not a goalie, you idiot. But they've got to prove it to win their argument somehow. So they come up with some stupid stat.
Yeah, no, I hear that. No, listen, I think we're in for a good second half of the season. If we keep our players fit, there's no reason why we can't go and win another treble, man, in my opinion. You got to get through Spurs. Spurs, it's not an easy place to play football, but they do have injuries. They do have players out at international duty, key players, obviously Sarr. Is Basuma available or?
Yeah, I think he is. That Champions League for me looks so winnable as well. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. I've watched a lot of these teams this year, mate, and I just do not rate them. Bayern Munich, they look mid. Real Madrid, listen, they've got dangerous players who can hurt you like Vinny and that. But again, PSG, the same. If Mbappe turns up and decides he wants to rip you, but we've done well against him in the past, so
it's one of these ones. One of these ones as well. I think Real Madrid, I'd fear more playing them in a final this year. So I wouldn't be surprised if they try and keep us and Madrid away. Because look, any team, especially Real Madrid, like they've got bad experiences of the Etihad now, right? They've got very bad. The last two times they've come there, they've shifted a lot of goals against us at the Etihad. I think, what is it? 8 or 9 goals they've shifted at the Etihad against us. Every single team in the Champions League knows coming to the Etihad they're going to fear the Etihad. So whereas Madrid, in a one-off game on a neutral ground, it's like, you know what? Yeah, I hear it because we haven't beat them in a one-off yet. But I think we're going to end up getting a couple of Italian teams on the way to the final this year.
I'd love Real Madrid in the final. Bring it on, man. I say,
yeah.
Bring it on. That'd be pinnacle. Imagine if City win another treble, man. Imagine the meltdown opposition fans.
No, I wouldn't want that. Pep said he'd leave.
What do you mean? He said he'd leave.
Pep said he'd leave if he won the treble again. No, they asked him. He said, "What would you do if you won the treble again?" He went retire.
Yeah, just Pep says anything.
He says anything, bro. We'd be one European trophy behind Man United, mate. I think
mad. That's mad.
It's mad, isn't it?
The same as at the AFCON.
That's poor from them, by the way.
Yeah, that's poor from them. Bro, listen, I always said this, that when they talk about, how many years the Champions League's Fergie won, and in that amount of time, it's really not. Pep could overtake that.
You've been the best team in England 20 times, and you've only won Europe 3. That's
why I put Liverpool above them in terms of the sort of silverware, the best team, because they've only won one less trophy and one less league title, but they've won 6 or 7 Champions Leagues.
6.
So
the only thing for me is it's about dominance. Like the one thing is, I've got to unfortunately respect for me, being able to retain something's massive, right? Being able to retain it, because anyone can have a one-off season, yeah. And this is I remember this is one thing that I don't think we get given enough credit for. Liverpool go for a quad and achieve a cup double, and everyone's going, yeah, but that season took it out of them. It's like, what? And doing 3 seasons on the bounce. Basically, we've done 5 seasons on the bounce with 1 break in the middle. and we don't get given that. Oh, but we're still not allowed to have a season of rebuilding, but they have to have a season of rebuilding after doing that. So,
but how's that bad on them, Daps? I said this: if we
because
go
they're
take every
Scousers, that's
single
why.
trophy this season, when apparently we bought a load of shit in the summer in Kovacic and Nunes, and we're in the middle of this whole thing. Trust me now, I've always said this is Liverpool's, and this was all their chances this season. Because next summer, City aren't going to have another summer like they have. I mean, I thought the summer was decent, but next summer they'll go again.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
And then they're in trouble, because then they've no chance. And I'm sorry, the way everyone's treated us over this FFP stuff, I want to win 10 in a row. Bollocks. Let's make it a Farmers League. I'll make it a Farmers League all day long now.
Do you know what?
10 in a row.
I'm telling you now as well on this Omar thing as well. This Omar thing, everyone can try and put this twist that he's leaving. He's leaving a sinking ship. There is not a chance in hell. Right, first and foremost, Man United, they've gone and got a good one, right? They've gone and got, ultimately, it's an upgrade. They could have, I just said to Rance, if you would have got a receptionist from Manchester City, yeah, that is an upgrade, right? Because they know how, everyone's pulling in the same direction. They know how a good club is run, right? He is a good one, right? And that tells me that Ratcliffe is actually going, do you know what? I don't like the way this club is run, and I want everything changed. And the key is he's chief executive of operations. So it's ultimately Ratcliffe saying, operationally, Manchester United is run awfully. We need someone that operationally is going to change everything, right? Now, with that same thought in mind, there is not a chance in hell that Ratcliffe is going to go and hire somebody, that's name is all over the 115 charges, right? Because the guy that went on TalkSport said it, and everyone clickbaited the fact he said City will be relegated if they didn't clickbait the second bit, that was, but I don't think they will get found guilty. And the reason he said he doesn't think they'll be found guilty is because he said if they get found guilty, every single important name that is linked to that is then liable, right? Now, there's no way Manchester United's new era is starting off with the chief executive operations manager, or whatever the title is, that ultimately in 3 months' time could be taken to court for 115 charges. That would be the biggest nightmare appointment Man United have ever done, more than Woodward, more than anything. So I think this is a good thing for us. I think Ratcliffe will have looked at this and said, do you know what? Yeah, they're probably going to get off with this, so we're called to hire him. So
I'm not so sure. We had this discussion on the podcast this morning. I see both sides, but I think you might be giving United too much credit.
Yeah.
You said that to me. United.
I hear you.
Yeah.
They haven't done their due diligence.
Only because they've got previous for bringing in big signings or signings to stick it to Man City. I'm thinking of Ronaldo, right? Somebody with a really bad reputation.
Yeah.
Also, they've got the media on their side who will absolutely whitewash Omar Barada, and it's already started. So even if he is pegged with, as being the
can't whitewash those emails.
You can't say you can't sing his name off documents.
Do you know? I would say the funniest thing is if he's walked in there and he said, "Right, the first thing that we need to do is change the due diligence we do on any member of staff that you bring into this club." And they're like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Don't worry, we're changing it. Yeah, we're changing it."
You've got to remember, Omar's job was part of commercialised sponsorship and all that,
which is well linked to
and that's basically what we've been accused of.
Yeah,
his fingerprints are all over it.
Yeah,
literally. Your argument makes more sense, but I'm just the notion that United know what they're doing is foreign to me and has been for a decade.
That's the bit you can't have. United have gone clever for once.
I must admit, I was excited when I saw one of their games since Jim Ratcliffe has come in. I saw him sat next to Fergie, and I thought, this is what I like to see. I want to see them keep going with this, get Fergie involved narrative. So the fact that they've actually shown a bit of sense and gone and got someone. We can also run the agenda that he's just doing the Agent Omar thing, and he's going in there just to...
that's another thing we talked about in the podcast. He's not necessarily like Agent Omar at United, but he definitely is when it comes to the Premier League, and when he meets with the other members of the Premier League board. He's a City, he's got City DNA, I guess.
And look, he's from Barca. He's boy. Oh, of course he will. Look, I was saying this before. they're friends, right?
Mhm.
City are a family. Like, you've got Tiki, you've got Pep's brother, you've got Pep, they're all a family. It's not all of a sudden like they're enemies now. So he's not going to be going there going, yeah, them lot are dickheads. Like he's been there since 2011. So he's definitely gonna, it could be.
Well, that for me, the football's fundamental. The Premier League has fundamentally changed since 10 years ago. The likes of Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal, they no longer have grips over this Premier League anymore. And I think we're seeing this now become more and more evident in terms of,
Trophies.
trophies, and just the general sort of like, they just don't have the power anymore that they used to hold. So I think it's changed since then. I agree. I think that if he goes in there, I don't think it's going to be the same old United. I think United are going to try and modernise with the times. They should definitely try that. And
think about it. He's basically inheriting a complete mess. Yeah. So for the first 2 or 3 years, he's got to straighten that out.
Yeah.
United won't see, probably for me anyway, I don't think they'll see any kind of Omar Barada stuff for another 2 or 3 years. Because I think they've got a lot to sort out there.
Of course. I mean, United are not going to be challenging, in my opinion, for a couple of years at least. So, he's got a lot of stuff to sort out. He's almost got like a blank canvas, if you will, because they've got a lot of money to spend and he's got so much to sort out there. But the one thing I would say, by the way, I've said this a number of times, I think I said it today, is prepare yourself for more outgoings at City, because he's going to come back and take some more people.
Yeah, I was thinking that, bro, as well. I was thinking that earlier on.
I've got a story.
And Girona, look, that's where it could be interesting, because someone said about the Girona manager. And look, I think at the moment, everything that's going on at Girona, however amazing it is, if you go and look at some of the players they've got, if you go and look at the manager and his track record so far, it does seem a bit like, do you know what? This is one of them ones where it's got momentum, the stars have aligned, and it's great. I don't think we can go, that's it now. Like, this is... I'm not going to give him that much credit, but if they do go and start trying to, if because of Omar, they start coming to City or going to Girona or anything, and he uses that information he's got to go, do you know what? Let's go and poach this person from the City group or that person. At what point, Serrano and Tiki going to go, hold on a minute, mate, what are you doing here? Like, you're trying to rip us apart a bit here. And
he's got an NDA as well, I know. So he will have signed an NDA as well, won't he? I think I've read that.
Fucking better off. I said frisk him on the way out. Make sure he's got no USB sticks.
Oh my! Oh yeah, we've definitely changed the password this time. We're not having a Liverpool situation. To me, Cheeky and Soriano have taught Omar everything.
Yeah,
but they ain't gonna have taught everything they know to Omar.
Nah,
you know what? Think about this in a way.
Well,
you're funny, Martin, bro.
Here's another thing.
What if they're not taught him, bro? What if they're not taught him, man?
The passwords.
You don't teach them anything.
No, but
teach them what they need to know. And what
do you
they
know?
Don't need to know,
right.
They don't know.
So one thing that's been said is that apparently quite a few Premier League clubs were after him, right? So if quite a few Premier League clubs are after him, then that would tell me that something's been put out there that he's ready for the next step, right? Now, if he's ready for the next step, that's because he's become aware that there's no way he's going up. Like we're happy. The people above him, Khaldoon is happy with the job that Serrano and Tiki are doing. Everyone at City are performing and everyone at City are happy. So he's gone, you know what? I can't go any more senior here. So I have to take a step elsewhere. Because if it was just United came in and stole him, it could have been about money, opportunity. But the fact that other people want him tells me his CV was out there. People knew he wanted to leave because, there was no room for development at City. He's developed as far as he can. So
he had a safety net at City. Remember that? He had Soriano, Cheeky, and all them. He's now in charge at United.
Yeah. It's on him.
Massive different.
High stakes. Hey, I've got a story.
He's got the keys to the castle.
So I was
a story about steaks or USB sticks.
No, I was at Pep's restaurant in April after the Arsenal home game. Yeah.
You got a discount?
No.
3-season ticket.
Omar Barada and his family having dinner at the table next to me, right? And I've spotted him, and as he's leaving, I've got a City hoodie on, clear as day, City fan. And I make eye contact with him, and he sees my hoodie. And I said to him, I said, thanks for everything. Right. And he looks back at me and he says, enjoy your moment. And I thought at the time I was buzzing. I was buzzing with that, right? Enjoy my moment. Yeah, yeah. Now I think about it, I'm like, you snide cunt.
Yeah. Oh, that is it. That is it. All right, so on that negative, I'll give you a positive. My friend Imran, holds out Imran. He, I think it was after the Huddersfield game. He was leaving the ground and he went past, where all the execs come out, and he saw. I think it was Tiki. It was Tiki or Serrano. He saw one of the two, and he said, "Look, we love you, we trust you, but I'm a bit worried about, what happens if Pep leaves." And whoever it was laughed and said, "He's not leaving for a long time. Don't even worry about that." So the positive is, look, Omar's gone, but Pep is staying. Hopefully, that is snidey of him to say that. Enjoy your moment. It's like he knew. When was this?
April.
Yeah, his CV's been out there for a minute then, isn't it?
And remember, City don't allow people to leave who they are desperate to keep.
Yeah.
Martin Shaw
fucking looks like the penguin. Looks like the penguin from Batman, knobhead.
There's never an insider.
No, Omar.
Oh, they meant me. I was going to say.
Martin's getting cuts on the street.
Coming in strong here now.
I don't know what's going on.
This is without alcohol in his system, by the way. That's what it is. I'm nicer with alcohol in my system, clearly. I rate the FA Cup with alcohol in my system.
Yeah, man. You changed, bro.
I'll come back and bite him in the arse in May. He'll be there front row Wembley singing it all and everything. Come on.
Posing for a picture with the FA Cup.
Yeah.
I do like the FA Cup. Just I like the Premier League more.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to cover on today's show?
I've got a dip.
No. Nothing?
Underrated crisps.
Okay.
You've done that puzzle yet? You finished it?
No, I haven't finished it. And these are underrated. These are also
That's
underrated.
Why he's angry. That's
underrated
why he's
sweets.
angry because he's not done it.
Peach rings.
I don't know what those are.
Oh, they're banging.
I don't know what those are. Right, it's time to do this standard stuff. Martin, what have we got coming up on the show, man?
Well, go back. I did a show earlier on about
did.
City being innocent and Rich shit all over it and decided and made it look like we were guilty. Talks about Calvin.
Yeah.
You're not mentioned. No one's mentioned Calvin tonight.
You did. You just said you don't asked. You said fucking buzzing. He's
in the night. He's gone.
Yeah.
Has he actually gone now officially?
No, it's not official, but it sounds like it's all good, doesn't it? Yeah.
Wow, double champion of Europe.
I think he just guarantees we'll get Piquet in the summer anyway. I think it'll be a nice.
Hopefully, because I think he's mega.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sick, man.
Yeah. No, Thursday night now. We'll do some countdown to Tottenham. And then I'm putting together a little travel vlog for Friday.
Oh, you're competing with MCFC lads, are you, bro?
We'll tell Luke.
Cool. I'll keep you out for that one. Daps, what we got going on, man?
Just go over to Never a Foul. I like jumping on City shows, man. I'm not gonna lie. I prefer talking about my club. Don't have to talk to Liverpool fans then. My bad.
Links are in the description, by the way, guys.
Tonight, haven't they?
Well,
I know I've never seen him like this, man. Never seen you like this, bro.
You know what it was? My dad just made me dislike Liverpool quite a lot.
Fairs. Mulv, you've just dropped a new pod, haven't you?
Yeah. I'm off Noisy Neighbours podcast. That's my main gig. Do that with my mate Joey. We just dropped a pod today featuring Asan off 9320, Omar Barada, FFP talk, Spurs preview, and it ends with a game show, which I think you would like. So check that out. At Noisy Pod is our handle on Twitter.
Cool. I've just reached
I've got a quick question.
Supermarket sweep.
Can we one day
name that tune?
Ooh, name that tune.
Can we go back to talking about football one week? We think we'll ever get to football again, or if FFP just our next live?
Well, you did a show on FFP.
No, I know. I just want to do. I'd rather talk about. I just want to do football now.
Well, you
own a channel, bro. You have a channel called the Mancunian Way. I don't know if you know. You can do it on there.
No, that was because I had some Tottenham fan giving me the large one yesterday, and it wound me up.
Oh, and you think I'm bad about Liverpool?
Bro, this guy.
It's your world, Martin.
How
It's
can
your
Tottenham
world,
fans
mate.
moan about FFP when they're the ones who started it all.
Oh God.
Right, guys. Well, we're gonna dip. People, I hope you've enjoyed the show. If you have, make sure you drop a like on the stream. Big up to the super chats today. AMA1, LB 55, Pitlup, Sir Alan, Patrick, Darcy, and LB again. Appreciate the support, guys. Make sure you drop a like. If you're watching back on replay, you can give us your thoughts down below. All these guys' channels are in the description, by the way. So make sure you go over to and make sure you subscribe. And yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one. See you in a bit.
Fuck, man.